Welcome along to Owenbeg for the Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 4 encounter between Derry and Wicklow. Derry's second game of the campaign suffered a heavy defeat at the hands of Leitrim last weekend, but today offers Wicklow, who came down from Division 3 last season, their first outing of 2023 and will come in as favourites, of course, being relegated from Division 3, playing their football at intermediate level, of course, in Leinster and in the All-Ireland Series, while Derry, junior in Ulster and junior in the All-Ireland Series, just like last week when they came up against Leitrim, an intermediate side. So it's a tough ask for Derry. Both counties coming in under new management this year, of course. James McGurk taking over of charge of Derry, while Wicklow, Gavin Wynne, who was a selector last year, has stepped up into the hot seat and will line out now as their manager. So his first outing, one I'm sure he will be looking forward to. Joining me on co-commentary will be Sean Brady. I'll get a word with Sean in a moment, but I'm going to run through both teams, beginning with the home side, Derry. They will line out with one change from the side that was selected. Anna Fasale at number 6 from Owen Row in Coleraine has been ruled out through injury, and she has been replaced by Moneymoore's Nuala Brown, number 17, coming in for number 6. So, looking at that Derry team, Thomasina Cassidy in between the posts. Full back line then of Hannah Mullen, Blahin Donnelly and Joanne Core. Half back line, Dervla Steenson, and then coming in Nuala Brown at number 17 and Orla McCluskey. Midfield pairing then is Kate Hargan and the team captain from Steelstown, Leah Casey. Half forward line of Anna Martin, Erin Doherty and Annie Crozier. Annie O'Loughlin, Eve Diamond and Aoife McGlone making up the full forward line. On the Wicklow side is Ellen Griffin in goals, Sarah Evans, Sarah Jane Winters, the team captain, wearing number 3, Roisin Bourne at number 4, and at number 5, Amy Maher, Lucy Dunn and Lacey Jane Shannon making up the half-back line. Midfield pairing then is Elizabeth Bourke and Aoife Gorman. And the full forward line, recently announced 2022 Player of the Year in Wicklow, Sarah Delahunt will line out at number 10, Niamh Cullen at 11, Emer O'Sullivan, and then one change on the Wicklow side as well, Clodagh Fox 21 replacing Maria Keeley, and Maeve Deeney and Eva Harman making up the full forward line. Sean, Wicklow will start favourites. Derry, they're in a place where they just can't seem to get a run, can't seem to get a victory at the moment. I think it's you're looking back to 2019 since the last won a league game, or last got a point in the league. Their last win was against Kilkenny, I think it was March 2019, and then they drew a couple of weeks later then with Antrim. That was their last time to get a point in the National League. Suffered a heavy defeat last week. Obviously they're playing an intermediate level team. They're playing an intermediate level team today again in Wicklow, so it's a tough ask for James McGurk, but he's trying to get a side, I suppose, settled in, preparing for the championship.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you know, as you say, Derry have been in a bad place the last couple of years, and James is coming in here, he's trying to get a squad together, and I know James quite well, and he's a top coach, top manager, and I think James, given time, will improve this side. As you say, Wicklow Division 3 side last year playing intermediate football. It's another step up after last week. I'm sure there was a lot of questions asked during the week. I know, and maybe Derry might go a wee bit defensive here, you would hope.
Yeah, well, both of these teams played in 2021 in Mullahoran, a game I was at in the Junior Championship. It finished level after normal time, but Wicklow pulled away then in extra time. And of course, Wicklow went on and won the All-Ireland Junior title that year. So Wicklow probably disappointed to be relegated from Division 3, so they'll be out for an immediate response, an immediate return to Division 3 and get out of Division 4 again.
Yeah, Wicklow's probably, they'll be disappointed in Division 4. They see themselves, it's not where they want to be as playing in the intermediate championship. They want to be playing at Division 3, Division 2 level, if they want to compete for their championship. So they'll be looking to go straight back up here, and they'll be targeting Derry here early on.
I mentioned the junior team that won in 2021. I suppose they've still got a number of names there. Sarah Jane Winters, Sarah Delahunt and Maeve Deeney probably lit up that junior championship that year, in particular the final against Antrim. And Maeve Deeney, she's going to be one to watch at number 14. And as you said, you're expecting Derry probably to go more defensive this time around.
Yeah, you can see conditions out here, like the wind's blowing right across the field, and like especially with, I think Derry conceded 5-12 last weekend. So like I can't see Derry going 15 on 15 here, because like if they do that, then I think the game could be over at half time. So you're expecting James to maybe play a bit defensive here. Hopefully they're still in the game at half time, and then you never know what second half they could kick on.
Yep, time will tell. Our match official today for this Division 4 encounter coming to you live with thanks to MacAV and LGFA from the Owenbeg Centre of Excellence. Our referee is Christopher Morgan from Down, and himself and all his officials in the centre of the park as we look down to Wicklow, way down to our right hand side, the scoreboard end of this wonderful venue here in Owenbeg. And Wicklow's first outing, as I mentioned, of 2023. So I know Derry are well beaten, but they have that game under the belt. If they're holding any little advantage, it will have done them the world of good, I suppose, Sean.
Yeah, like Wicklow, we don't know if they've played any challenge games or anything, so they might come in here a wee bit ring rusty. So Derry will be hoping to get a good start, maybe put Wicklow under a bit of pressure, and as you say, Derry have already got a game under the belt, so maybe their wee fitness levels might be a wee bit higher than Wicklow's at this stage. Yeah,
and Wicklow had an early start this morning as well. The bus trip up from the Garden County here to Owenbeg, and we're just gone out for our national anthem.
Sung for us today by Robin Harkin from the St. Canice's Ladies Club here in Dungiven. Thank you.
Sheena Grafad Atafia Legerin Wind our slew our Tindorani Queen Fui what race here Shanshir Shinshir Vasta Niag far finchir fin trial and knock time savarna will legan ergil hun wash no sail legan ni square will I what never shall live can
So, formalities all but over as James McGurk down to our left hand side, the Derry manager, and Gavin Wynn, down the manager, his first year as manager, but as I mentioned was a selector and involved with Wicklow over the last number of years, so has stepped up into the hot seat, so he'll be looking for a winning start and probably just looking to see what his squad is. A number of young minors coming through on the Wicklow panel this year, a bit like Derry, new look Derry side to other years, but one, they're just trying to find their feet, as Wicklow will be playing as we look out from left to right in this opening half. But as Sean mentioned, the wind across the fields was not favouring anyone, Sean.
No, it's not. It's just blowing right across over there to the terrace side there, so thank God it's not going to impact the game too much.
So our referee Christopher Morgan from County Down, the man in the centre of the park, along with the two Wicklow midfielders, which is Elizabeth Bourke and Aoife Gorman, and now joined there by the Derry captain Leah Casey and Kate Hargan from Claudy, just down the road here from Dungiven and Owenbeg, as Christopher gets ready to get this Division 4 Lidl Ladies National Football League Round 2 encounter underway. As I said, one change to both teams. Nuala Brown in for Anna Fussell on the Derry side, and Clodagh Fox in for Maria Keeley in the Wicklow side. And it's Wicklow, the visitors in possession, attacking the goal, the scoreboard end down to her right hand side, but that's well read there by the Derry girl, unfortunately. She could only deflect it out over the far sideline, but got out in front of her player as Wicklow tried to put in a promising attack. Their first game, as I mentioned, of 2023. Had a bye in the opening round of fixtures, but they're in possession now, coming up the far side through Aoife Gorman. Gorman, toe to hand, trying to get through this Derry defence, who have got it well packed at the moment, but they've found a little opening here, and there's an opportunity. Could have had a go there, but she's been pushed out now by Nuala Brown, but Clodagh Fox has been pulled back, and it's going to be a free in. Looked like Derry had managed to keep her out, but then, as I would say, giving away a silly free and a glorious opportunity. But as I said, that swirling wind and across field, but it will be swirling around the players as they get ready to kick this one. And she's going to place it on the ground, possibly due to the conditions. But it is an opportunity here for Deany, and it's a dangerous one. It's deflected onto the crossbar. And Thomasina Cassidy comes out of it, but it's straight down the throat there of Aoife Gorman. Gorman inside, and here's an opportunity. Now back to Deany, missed the free. Has she got one from play? No, she's put it to the wrong side and wide. And if you're a free taker, it was possibly and probably the ideal one you were looking for to start off with, Sean.
Yes, front of the goals, there's not many ladies you see hitting it off the ground. She must be confident on it, but she didn't seem to strike it well. And fair play to Thomasina, she got a hand on it, tipped it onto the crossbar on the first way to the game.
Yeah, Wicklow. But as Derry try to create something, Thomasina goes long and away over to the far side, but it's well read by Wicklow again. And Wicklow calling all the shots here in the early stages. Of course, only 2 minutes on the clock, but here they come yet again. And it's Amy Maher. Maher still in possession, lays it off. And as Wicklow try to get the opening score, back to Deany again. Deany flicks it out to the far side. A chance to break in here, and they're still creating the opportunity, the effort getting away. And now we do have the opening score, and it comes from the wing half forward. And as I said before, the 2022 Ladies Player of the Year in Wicklow announced the other day, and she'll receive her award in March. Sarah Delahunt opens the scoring for Wicklow. And it's Wicklow that's calling all the shots here.
It's a great score. Everything seems to be going through Deany there in full forward. Very surprisingly, Alan, Derry have keeping their 3 full forwards inside, which I'm very surprised at after last weekend's heavy defeat.
They're obviously confident they can do it, but put under pressure there. As Derry as they try to work their way out, but struggling to find their way out. And the referee playing on, happy enough to let play continue. Hargan still in control, toe to hand, but she's been bottled up here and she's give possession away. And really there was no options for her, Sean.
No options there at all. She was kind of isolated and she got caught there. But
it's a race for possession here, but Thomasina's quick off her line. Sorry, Sean.
No, you're okay. She was isolated there. She had nowhere to go and she had no real help. Nobody really looking the ball.
That ball takes a wicket bounce over Erin Doherty, but it's Maher coming forward here. Maher flicks it inside. A chance now for Gorman. Gorman trying to work her way through. Gorman might think of a goal here, and she does. Aoife Gorman with the opening goal for Wicklow, and it's 1-1 to no score. And already it looks writing on the wall for Derry in the early stages. They can't get the ball out of their own half here, Sean.
No, they can't get out of their own half, and it's Wicklow started really well. Gorman there, middle of the field, great finish. She's been involved in a lot of the plays here, and Derry just can't, as you say, can't get the ball out. They're struggling here. I know the breeze is blowing across the field. It's maybe favouring Wicklow a wee tiny bit, but Derry just need to get their hands on the ball here and settle down.
The referee plays the advantage here, but Elizabeth Bork goes on ahead. Bork plays it in, might be another chance, but the referee's going back for the previous foul. That's a long advantage, I have to say.
Yeah, that's one thing that's probably my pet hate with ladies football is the advantage seems to go on for forever, but slightly harsh. I know there's no contact in ladies football, but there's going to be contact at times. It was very, very harsh. She's trying it off the ground again. This time, about 30 yards out. So,
but she's looking for a runner. She's looking around her. I don't think she fancies to have a go herself. Nope, she's looking for the runner, but she's still going to get there. It's a race for possession, but it's Clodagh Fox that wins that race. Very close to the end line, but she's might have stepped out over it, but the ball has stayed in play and she comes in. It's took a wicked deflection, but Thomasina has got her hands on it, been very busy at the moment, but it's now where Derry just need to pass the ball through the hands. Joanne Corr coming out of it now, and Corr still going. Dinky little pass up to Erin Doherty. Doherty sidesteps the challenge. Doherty looks for support as Derry now try to get forward, but again she's been bottled up, but Doherty looked like she was pulled back. Referee says yes. A number of the Ballymcguigan girls, Sean, you know them inside out, you've trained them, you've coached them, so there's a big representation. I think it's 6 in the starting side here, Sean.
Yeah, it's good to see. I know the Ballymcguigan girls better than anybody, and it's good to see especially Annie Cruiser there. She done her cruciate and just before the final against Stagetown my last year involved with the girls, so it's good to see her back to full health. And look, we've a lot of working on their club at the minute, and as in every club in Derry, so it's good to see. Mostly, I think every club there is involved in the panel here, so it's good to see.
Yeah, it is a good representation of the clubs. As the ball is played in by Wicklow again. There's a race over there, but Clodagh Fox, but the ball is out over the far sideline. Although the linesperson wasn't flagging it, the referee says it was, because it looked like it went behind the flag on the far side, and the referee says a line ball to Derry, who get on with it as they try to work their way out of defence here. Derry as they flick the ball, but they give possession away cheaply yet again, and there's a player in behind, and there might be an opportunity here, but it wasn't the best of passes in, but it is gathered there by Eva Harmon. Harmon flicks it across now to Dini. Dini, a good pass inside, a chance here for Clodagh Fox. Fox turns and goes on another goal. Wonderful goal from Clodagh Fox. The St Patrick's girl has rattled the net for Wicklow's second goal, and it's 2-1 to no score. Good finish.
Great finish, Alan. Great finish. Top corner. Nothing Thomasina could do there. I'm very surprised to see Aoife McGlone there lined out at 15. And when I seen the team named, I thought she would come out to play sweeper. But James, as I said, is keeping the three full forwards inside. And I'm very surprised that, especially when the scoreline now 2-1 to no score.
Good kick out there from Thomasina. And it's a race, and Nuala Brown flicks it. A good flick there to Doherty. And Aaron Doherty. But again, they're just slow. They just need to move it a little bit quicker, possibly. And that gives Wicklow the opportunity, and Sarah Jane Winders gathers possession. Now in the hands of Elizabeth Bork. Bork coming forward, tackled there by Orla McCluskey. Bork gets away from it, plays the ball inside now to Emer O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, good pass inside to Dini. Dini sidesteps the challenge, plays it outside her, and it's good passing it through the hands here now. Bork back to Dini again, little dinky pass. Dini has all the tricks of the trade in her locker. And now back to the goal scorer there. We saw a moment ago, Clodagh Fox. Back to Dini again. Dini further back out here now. An opportunity here for Eva Harmon. Harmon inside to Niamh Cullen. Cullen spreads it across to the far side to Maher. Maher coming forward, but Maher's effort goes to the wrong side and wide of the target. But they look so comfortable in possession of the ball, Wicklow.
Yeah, they look well drilled here. They're, as you say, they're confident in the ball. They're moving it. They're passing it. Their runners coming off everywhere. Derry are really struggling here even to get the ball out. Derry just need to get play through the hands here for the next couple of minutes, just settle everything down.
But that's a poor kick out this time, and here might be another chop. It's here, Delahunt inside to Dini, and Dini just palms the ball into the back of the net for Wicklow's third goal, and we've only played 8 minutes. It's 3-1 to no score.
Oh, poor kick out by Thomasina. She be got it, you know, and like the writing's on the wall. It's 3-1 to no score this minute. I don't know.
She goes long again. She's got better going long. She's picked out a couple of Derry players with the long one. That time it was Nuala Brown again. Nuala Brown plays the 1-2, and this is better from Derry, but again the good hand in there from Wicklow, and good play there. Well done was Dervla Steenson, the Ballymacguigan girl, done well to win that one. But this is where Derry's problems, as the options plays it into Erin Doherty. Doherty coming forward, breaks away from the challenge. Referee plays the advantage. Doherty still going forward here, and still playing the advantage. Now the hand goes down. Good ball into the corner. Chance here for Annie O'Loughlin. Annie O'Loughlin sidesteps the challenge. The Glen girl coming forward, was the referee says that's going to be a free in. And Derry have an opportunity here from the 21 metre line, and a chance possibly for their full forward Eve Diamond from the Moneymore McCracken slip.
That was much better there from the good kick out from Thomasina, as you said. Erin get on the ball, and then lovely ball to Annie there, and she won a foul, and you expect Eva to put this over.
Though conditions may not suit her. I don't think the Wicklow girl was the 10 yards away. Has it come inside the post? No, it's come back off the upright, but quickest to react, and the referee stopping play here because he's talking to one of the girls, and he has the book out actually. So we could be seeing a sin bin in here, or is it a stern warning here for the Wicklow girl? I think it's going to be a card by the looks of it. Not sure what happened. Obviously something she said there, and off goes Lucy Dunn to the sin bin. Obviously something she said, Sean, because there wasn't a challenge that deserved it.
She must have been happy with the foul given her, Sean, because I didn't see anything. There must have been a lot of verbals.
So Wicklow down to 14 players for 10 minutes as here comes Eve again, and this time it's knocked down, but a chance maybe for a goal, very close to the sideline, and it's still not there. I'm not sure if it's over the line or not. It is over the line, yes it is, and Annie O'Loughlin is the girl. It may not be the prettiest goal, but they all count, Sean.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but unlike the first free when Eva had it and dropped short, there was nobody falling, and this time Annie followed in, and as you say, it wasn't pretty, but she got in the net, and that's all that matters.
I'm not sure how it ended up, but she went to ground, but obviously she managed to flick it into the back of the net. Referee playing the advantage and going back here for the advantage because nothing came of it, so he goes back and the free is taken, and Wicklow through Aoife Gorman, who scored the opening goal. And Derry just trying to put the press on here and keep Wicklow back in defence, but Wicklow are comfortable in possession. Of course, Wicklow now down to 14 players with Lucy Dunn in the sin bin. But here come Wicklow, and now in the hands of Niamh Cullen. Cullen spreads it away across the field to Amy Maher, who has been in a lot of possession in this opening half, has Maher. Lays it off to Della Hunt. Della Hunt opened the scoring with the opening point. Plays it inside now to Emer O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan skips away from the challenge, gives it to Maher. Back to Deeney again. Maeve Deeney spreads a good pass over here now to Cullen. Cullen runs into traffic though. Cullen gets the jersey tested a little bit there, but gets the pass away. Over to the far side, and the effort coming in here, but the referee is going to give a free in, and the free for a foul on Emer O'Sullivan. So a chance for Wicklow to respond immediately to that Annie O'Loughlin goal.
Yeah, free in, yeah, pull the jersey, but I thought it was much better from Derry in defence there. They were more compact, they were being disciplined in the tackle until that last play there, so they weren't as easy opened up, so maybe this is a sign to come.
Again, Maeve Deeney is content to play it from the ground. The first one she hit from around the same position was tipped onto the crossbar by Thomasina Cassidy between the posts for Derry. And she comes forward but gets a better connection this time. And Maeve Deeney opens her account for the afternoon and it extends the Wicklow lead. So 3-2 to a goal, coming up on 13 minutes gone in the opening half of this Lidl Ladies National Football League. Again, Thomasina goes long, and again it's out to Nuala Brown, who makes herself available. Flicks it over here now to Orla McCluskey. McCluskey looking ahead of herself. Low pass in from McCluskey, but again it's a poor one, and Lacey Jane Shannon gathers possession for Wicklow. I suppose the most disappointing thing when in possession for Derry, they're giving it away very cheaply.
Yeah, like great kick out by Thomasina again, but then once they get up here to halfway line, great block by Anna there, just when we were talking. Once they get up to this halfway line, they're kicking it away and giving possession straight away to Wicklow again.
Annie Crozier with that block down there to win possession back and win herself and her team a free. The free taken short in here now to Aoife McGlone. McGlone getting away from the challenge there. McGlone turns, but the ball, the referee says, ripped out of her hands. So it's going to be a free in to Derry. And again, it's Eve Diamond from Moneymore who spots the run over to the far side there. And it's take a wicket bounce, but it's gathered by Leah Casey. Casey going on and still going is Casey. Tries to take on, pulled back, and that's going to be a free in. Good run though, and well spotted by Eve Diamond to spot the run of her.
Eve was probably out of her range there, and she had a lovely pass across the field to Lee, and she drove on, she won the free, and great play. It's more encouraging.
It's an opportunity for Derry, but the team captain at the moment, Leah Casey, down. But it is a chance here for, I think it looks like it's going to be Erin Doherty is the girl that is going to take this free here from that side. And good news for Derry is that Leah Casey is back on her feet again. So here is Doherty with the free, and Doherty pops that one between the posts and over it goes. But more encouraging.
Too short there on the inside the ED there, but yeah, encouraging, you say, like it was looking doom and gloom there at one stage. Derry kind of responded well, so hopefully, getting a couple more scores.
But here's Wicklow coming forward again. As I said, Wicklow's first game, so they will be a little bit ring rusty, it must be said. But they're not looking at the moment. That's a good ball into Clodagh Fox. Clodagh Fox is fouled. That's going to be a free in. Remember, Wicklow down to 14 players at the moment. Lucy Dunn in the sin bin. But a chance now, and the ball is played in here to Lacey Jane Shannon. Back out now to Cullen. Cullen dropped the ball, or Deeney, apologies, dropped the ball, but she had time to pick it up again. Now picked up here by Ava Harmon. Harmon.
Brilliant tackle.
Good challenge in there, but again it breaks to Wicklow, who are quickest to react to the loose ball. Was that a free? And the referee says no, but there's coming forward here, and the referee says charging. Elizabeth Bork.
I thought that was a bit harsh. I thought they were fouled in. It was a free in, but great defend there, but Derry going and hunting 2s and 3s there. So more encouraging. Like it was good.
That's a good kick out from Thomasina over to the far side, but again Derry couldn't take it into the hands first time, but they did manage to take it at the second attempt as they come forward again, Derry, and that looked like a high challenge. Referee plays the advantage, and Derry still come forward here. Good flick inside, but it could be well read there, but it is by Aaron Doherty. Got there first. Doherty trying to break away from the challenge. Referee playing the advantage, but no advantage, so it's going back for a free. But Derry beginning just to find their feet a little bit. I suppose James McCork will be bitterly disappointed, especially as you mentioned, they conceded 5 goals last week against Leitrim. To have conceded 3 goals again inside 9 minutes, I'm sure that's something he was looking, keep it tight for the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably what they were saying, the change room. Let's keep it tight, let's keep the goals out, you know. But in fairness to them,
they've responded.
They've responded really well. They're starting to... They're defending really well as a team. Whereas before it was just they were basically isolated one-on-one. So they've actually, it's encouraging signs here. They've been promising in the last 5-10 minutes here.
Leah looking for Annie Crozier, but it's well read by the Wicklow girl, who manages to flick it out, but can only flick it out over the sideline, which was Lacey Jane Shannon. But she was put under pressure by Annie Crozier. Ball inside, but it's a 50-50 ball, that, and it's been picked up here by the Wicklow girls. Coming out of it, now in the hands of Harmon. Ava Harmon flicks it inside, and now flicked over here because the unmarked Della Hunt. Della Hunt plays a quick return pass there to Roisin Bourne. But again, Dervla Steenson picks it up here for Derry, and it deflects off the hands of a Wicklow girl. And it's going to be a sideline ball there to Derry. And it's picked by Orla McCluskey over there to Joanne Corr. Corr further over now to Leah Casey. Casey, the team captain, to Nuala Brown, of course. Leah plays her club football for Stainstown. 3 times going for 4 in a row of Derry Senior Championships this year, Stainstown, of course. And in possession now is Casey again. Casey plays it out the back door there to Harrigan. Harrigan, busting run forward here from the Claudy girl, with a good challenge in there. Wonderful challenge from Della Hunt to win it back for Wicklow. And Wicklow come forward again. Pass inside, but it's a wayward one. Picked up by Leah Casey, who is fouled. And Wicklow just struggling to put passes together at the moment, but that's ball over here now to Nuala Brown. Brown further on up here, but it slips through the hands of Eve Diamond. Picked up there by Sarah Evans. Evans flicks it inside to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan for the back, and Wicklow trying to build from the back again, passing the ball through the hands. Good sidestep there from the fullback Sarah Jane Winders. Now this is better from Wicklow. Hit the referee though, and the referee's going to throw this one up, but there's a little bit more pressure put on by Derry. Wicklow just have to work a little bit harder now, Sean.
Yeah, it's not as easy for them, you know. And that's what we said, James will be disappointed with that start, because since that 3 goals after the first 9-10 minutes, Derry have actually been decent. You know, their tackling's good. If they can just sort out their first touch just when they final the ball, you know, the signs are promising.
So 3-2 to 1-1 to Wicklow. Still very much in command as the Garden County. Coming up on 20 minutes gone in the opening half of this. Coming to you live from Owenbeg, Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 4 encounter. With thanks to Mac AV. And the camera is Paddy today. And we have Liam back at base, making sure everything is coming to you loud and clear and live here from Owenbeg on this blustery day just outside Dungiven. For any Wicklow supporters unsure of Owenbeg and are tuned our way. And a chance here for Maeve Deaney as Lucy Dunn limbers up, getting ready to come back onto the field after her term in the sin bin. And she connects well again, does Deaney, but not the direction on this occasion. Possibly conditions maybe deciding that she's going to play them all off the ground.
Yeah, it's lovely to see Alan. You know, she's hit one lovely one there over the bar, and there's two there. It just hasn't hit cleanly, and it just fell short and wide.
Although it's not the first time I've seen her hitting them off the ground, it is well known for Maeve Deany to do so. But Derry trying to respond from a very poor start that saw them concede 3 goals on a point inside the opening 9 minutes. But since that, they have outscored their opponents a goal on a point to a point, which would be encouraging signs for their new manager, James McGurk. Orla McCluskey lays it off now to Doherty. Back to McCluskey again. And the referee stops play. Not sure what he spotted there. Obviously an off-the-ball infringement somewhere. Maybe you spotted it, Sean?
No, I didn't, unless it was a body check.
But you think it would have been more of a disadvantage to Derry blowing it up because they had possession?
Derry had the overlap there, and it's penalised him. He should have maybe waited till... Unless I thought he was going to give a card, that's why he stopped it. But as you say, he penalised Derry.
But Derry win the free, but that's not the best of passes, and Nuala Brown has to backtrack. Gives it back now to Joanne Corr. Corr put under pressure, lets it long into the corner. Turns out a good ball to the Derry goal scorer, Annie O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin slips, gets it away to Nuala Brown. Nuala Brown, though, that's picked off there by Sarah Jane Winders. Wonderful tackle from the Wicklow full-back. And Lucy Dunn, as you'll see, back in the fray. Lays it off now to Niamh Cullen. Cullen up the far side. Aoife Gorman scored that opening goal after just 4 minutes. Coming forward now as the midfielder. Lays it off. A chance here now as they come forward again. Good challenge in there again, though. But Deany gets it back to Clodagh Fox. Clodagh Fox gets it high. But the effort, it has gone over the bar. And that's a goal and a point for the St Patrick's Care. A quick move from Wicklow. But it came all the way from a wonderful tackle from Sarah Jane Winders at the other end of the field.
Derry a bit disappointed there, and they were in possession at 45. They got turned over, and Wicklow, it was far too easy for them. The counter-attack, they got the ball over the bar in the space of 10-15 seconds.
And now it's Derry's turn to quickly move the ball forward. And Aoife McGlone played the 1-2 there with Diamond. McGlone gets in, and the referee says it's a fair challenge.
Jesus, with the freeze he's given so far today, that was definitely a foul.
It looked like her foot was caught as she tried to kick it. And the ball is played over here now to Amy Maher. Maher in possession. Just steps outside the 45. Lays it off. That's not the best of balls, and it's coming towards the sideline. It's out over the sideline. The referee's whistle sounds, and that will be a sideline ball to Derry.
Yeah, well done, Manila. She's seen a lot of ball in the opening 20 minutes here. She's been very busy.
The referee going to throw it up. It was clearly a sideline ball to Derry.
Yeah, definitely a sideline ball to Derry. I don't know if the lineswoman didn't see it or what, but it was definitely a Derry ball.
Well, there's definitely a lot of officials from Wicklow on the sideline, so I can understand why the linesperson didn't see it, because there's about 4 or 5. I'm counting 6 down there at the moment along the sideline as Leah Casey wins a free. As the ball up close to the side, and well done by Annie Crozier to the other Annie O'Loughlin. Crozier making a good run inside if Annie can get it away to her, but she can't as she is pulled back there. So it's a free in to Derry, and a chance for Annie to maybe let the ball in round the danger area. A look at the watch tells me we have coming up on 24 and a half minutes on the clock, and the ball is going to be moved forward. So now it is in the scoreable position, possibly for Eve Diamond to come out to take this one, but I think it's still going to be Annie, and Annie's taking it short. It looked very short, to be honest, and it was right, and the referee has the hand up, playing advantage yet again, and that's a good flick over to Annie O'Loughlin, but the referee not playing as much advantage on this occasion, Sean.
No, he's not. I'm very surprised there, Annie. There, you would fully expect Eva Diamond to step up and put that over the bar for her ability.
Orla McCluskey does well to win it back for Derry. Moves the ball quickly up here to Nuala Brown. Gallop by Brown, back to McCluskey again. Sidesteps the challenge. Good pass inside Aoife McGlone, but McGlone couldn't take it, and the referee has awarded the free in for a push on the back. The Wicklow girl says she didn't, which was Aoife Gorman, but the referee says it is going to be a free, and it's taken quickly here by Derry. We're trying to move the ball a little bit quicker now. Leah Casey over on the far side. Della Hunt tests her jersey, but she gets it off here, and the effort coming in from Annie Crozier, but it goes to the wrong side, and it's Derry's first wide of the day, so it remains 3-3 to 1-1. If you took the opening 9 minutes out of it, it's pretty close But it's that opening 9 minutes that is Wicklow in command.
Yes, the opening 9 minutes, you say, killed Derry, but like Derry have really responded well there. They're playing some good football, their tackling's good. Annie, that wouldn't be Annie's speciality, shooting. She would know that herself, something she would have to work on. But
So
look, Derry coming out of the shoulder, they're playing a lot better.
Eve Diamond has been called ashore, and she's been replaced there by Katie Holly, an experienced Katie Holly, who missed nearly all of last year through injury. And there's another change also coming off is Dervla Steenson. I missed who went on for the second. Oh, it's 29, and 29 is Clodagh Moore. So a double change for Derry, but it's Aoife Gorman, the Wicklow midfielder, coming forward and stretching the legs and powering forward is Gorman. Gorman plays the ball, and that's over the top. It's a great pass inside here to Clodagh Fox. Can she finish? Fox, 1-1 to her name already, make that 1-2.
Lovely ball. Hannah just got caught there over the top.
Super pass inside. And the stretch, their advantage out again. As Thomasina goes long again, but there might be too much on that. The wind will catch that one, I'm sure, and take it over the far side. And no, it's almost kept in play. Brave effort by the Derry girl on the far side. So 27 minutes on the clock in the opening half. Wicklow 3-4, Derry 1-1 in this Division 4 Lidl Ladies National Football League. Encounter live from Ombeg Centre of Excellence here. Competitive encounter. The opening 9 minutes, if you missed it, Wicklow took command, hitting 3-1 without reply. But since that, Derry have give as good as they've got, but they gain that long ball forward, but this time it's well read.
Much better by Hannah there.
And Katie Holly in possession, she is fouled. Another of the Steelstown girls. Plays it into Joanne Core. Core just gets the pass away, but it's a race for possession here, but Annie Crozier won it, but there's too many Wicklow girls around her. And it's Wicklow that pick up the loose ball, but the referee says that she is fouled there with Sarah Evans. And the free is taken by Lucy Dunn over to the far side. And the referee playing on here. I thought there was a foul, but Maeve Deeney plays the ball into the corner, making Ava Harmon race out towards the sideline to gather possession. The stand side here plays it back inside again to the other midfielder, which is Elizabeth Bork. Back out again to Harmon. Harmon, good pass across to Fox, and coming like a steam train again was Aoife Gorman. Gorman running and charging, says the referee.
Yeah, great defend by Derry there.
The Derry defence standing ground. And Derry, the rain beginning to come down here, and the referee's whistle sounds. Again, must be a little bit of dissent, because the referee is calling over Aoife Gorman, the midfielder.
She was probably disappointed. She probably thought she wasn't charging. Great run by off the shoulder, but in fairness to her, the referee was right on this occasion. Derry were looking for a score here just before half time.
So Kate Holly goes back to her club mate. It wasn't, apologies, it's Harrigan that was from Claudy, but coming forward here, and it's good play here by Kate Holly, racing after this one, but it's well read there by the Wicklow defence. And that was the cornerback Roisin Bourne that gathered it. Now Lucy Dunn, good pass up along the wing there to Niamh Cullen. Cullen over on the far side, tracked over there by Kate Harrigan. But she holds possession, does Wicklow. And Wicklow trying to come forward, and that's going to be a free in to Wicklow, and a chance for Maeve Deeney to take this one, but elects to play it into the corner there, and Sarah Jane Winders that finds herself up there, and the ball coming in from an acute angle, but it's across the front of the post, and we're into additional time. So whatever referee Christopher Morgan is going to add on now at the end of this opening half that has been enjoyed by Wicklow, but 3-1 of that came in the opening 9 minutes. But since that, Derry, to their credit, have give the visitors as good as they've got. And a short pass out there to Leah Casey. Casey been pulled back, free to Derry, but Derry's options are limited working their way out of defence. Joanne Core now in possession. Breaks away from the challenge, but getting back. Wonderful tackle again. Superb tackle in there from Eva Harmon. Picked up the loose ball there was Lucy Jane Shannon, but the referee stops play because Joanne Core is down. But a wonderful tackle there from Eva Harmon.
Brilliant tackle, you know. And I thought it was a bit harsh the referee stopped it because Wicklow were on the counter attack there. And the girl,
we were given out earlier that he stopped it when Derry had it. He done the same on Wicklow on this occasion, but I think he stopped it here for a head injury. But people say corner forwards can't tackle. Eva Harmon has just answered that.
She definitely has now. It wouldn't be I wouldn't have been fond of tackling there, but she's definitely great work from her. She chased there. She chased Joanne the whole way and she got the near hand in and a great tackle.
Superb challenge from the Wicklow corner forward. And half time. We've played a minute and a half of additional time already. And it's Wicklow 3-4, Derry 1-1. Half. That has been strange. The opening 9 minutes, Wicklow in total control, led by 3-1 to no score. But then they lost their centre half back, Lucy Dunn, to a sin bin. And then Derry got a goal. Wasn't the prettiest, but Annie O'Loughlin got the ball across the line in the 11th minute to open their account. And since that, it's been much evenly matched. If you miss the opening 9 minutes, you'll probably come in and you'd be thinking this game's even enough, but it's that opening 9 minutes that is Wicklow in control.
Yes, the opening 9 minutes absolutely killed there, you know, but as you say, they've responded well, and since that, it has been even, you know, and like, this will do Derry no harm. I can't see them coming back and winning the game, but like, they're not going to be playing these sort of teams come championship, so it's going to stand to them in the long run. Well,
indeed, as Orla McCluskey tries to work a way out, and the referee says it's a free. Again, Aoife Gorman doesn't agree with it. Ball up here, but well read. It was well read there by Lucy Jane Shannon as Wicklow looked for a score, but as I said, Lucy Jane Shannon did well, but so too did Erin Doherty. But Derry have handed it back here, and here comes Eva Harmon. Harmon comes forward, dangerous ball over the top, and it's a race for possession, but Thomasina comes off her line and there to help her out. And Derry managed to clear the ball out of defence. And the referee says enough is enough for half time. It's advantage Wicklow. Wicklow 3-4, Derry 1-1. We've mentioned it before. The opening 9 minutes was all Wicklow, but since that, it's been very evenly matched, Sean, in fairness.
Yeah, I hate to repeat myself, like, but as we said, the first 9 minutes, Wicklow kicked 3-1. Derry were still in the change room, as you want to say, but Derry have responded well. You know, it's been an enjoyable game to watch here, and I think both teams, they're tackling both sides, they're hunting in packs. You know, if we go back to take that 9 minutes out of it, there's nothing between the two sides. So Derry, because I know we said about the breeze before the game, it was blown across the field, but it's more blown into the corner of the scoreboard there. So Derry will have a wee slight advantage of the breeze. I don't think it's going to impact the game too much, but if Derry can come out with a good start and not concede 3-1 like they did in the first 9 minutes, you know, you just never know. Like.
Well, that's it for the opening half. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back with live coverage of the second half of the Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 4 encounter. It's half time. It's Wicklow 3-4, Derry 1-1. You're very welcome back to Beg for the second half. Both teams back on the park. And a referee and officials making their way back. Christopher Morgan back at the second half underway. So, as you will see in the scoreboard, 3-4 to 1-1 in favour of Derry in this opening half, where they hit 3 goals and a point in the opening 9 minutes. But since that, Derry have battled their way back into contention again, but it's hard to recover from a start like that, Sean.
Yeah, it is. Conditions seem here, the rain's coming down very heavy now. Derry be hoping now, they'll be hoping to get that sort of start that Wicklow got here. And an early goal, might put Wicklow under pressure, and them favourites, they might, go into their shell, hopefully.
So, the down official about to get us underway for the second half, and he does exactly that. So what has Wicklow got for the second half, or what has Derry got for the second half? Well, it's Wicklow first into possession, and the ball will be a little bit slippier now in the second half with that wind, or the rain, apologies, coming in. But it's Wicklow coming forward, and there's a good pass across here now to Lacey Jane Shannon. And Wicklow, Maeve Deeney, referee plays the advantage. The hand is down, advantage is over, but Deeney in possession. Deeney with a wicked shot in, but this one's going to tickle out. And it's the first wide of the second half coming from Maeve Deeney for Wicklow, who is, I said, their first game of 2023 because they had a bye last week. Long kick out from Thomasina again, but again it's Wicklow. Amy Maher has been very impressive, it must be said. Gives it off now to Maeve Deeney again, coming out towards the 45. Deeney, another superb pass inside to Clodagh Fox. Fox is bottled up though, gets the pass back out to Della Hunt. Della Hunt with the effort, and Della Hunt with the point. And a good score it is, but the passing of Maeve Deeney is a treat to watch.
Yeah, she's a joy to watch. I was just about to say, they need to get hands on her. Everything seems to be going through her. She's a lovely passer of the ball. She's involved in everything Wicklow does here, so Derry would really need to go woman to woman on her here right now.
Katie Holly in possession for Derry. There's a back out here, and that comes off, sliced off the side of the boot there, and it takes a wicked bounce, and that did not favour the Derry girl at all, Anna Martin. But Wicklow moving the ball quickly. I'm sure Gavin Wynne will be looking more from Wicklow in the second half. Lucy Dunn making a strong run through the centre, but she's overcarried. Just looked that she was wanting to pass it, but the pass wasn't on, and then she just took that extra couple of steps, and the chance was gone.
Yeah, she just didn't look comfortable in the scoring area there, and she was looking for somebody to come off the shoulder, but unfortunately for Derry, there was nobody there, and she was overcarried. Great tackle.
Oh, a superb tackle in there from Aoife Gorman. Now to Maeve Deeney. Deeney, though, was a red and white wall in front of her. Gets it back out here to Gorman. Gorman with the effort, and Gorman with the point.
Great score, great tackle by her, and then 1-2 with Maeve there, and then over the bar. Between them two, though, they've been really impressive.
So Wicklow with the opening 2 points of the second half. As Thomasina Cassidy gets ready to kick this one out. Goes long again, looking for the run there of Erin Doherty, but she's beaten to it, and the referee says it's going to be a free, but I thought the Wicklow girl won the ball.
Yeah, but back to the point, no contact, I think it's maybe a rule the ladies would need to look at. This, you see it in camogie, it's a wee bit of contact in camogie, so I'd like to see it in ladies football as well.
But Erin Doherty back on her feet again, as Derry look to get their first meaningful attack of the second half in. The ball in there, but she's kind of waiting on it, and Wicklow didn't wait, and they gathered possession, and they're coming forward yet again with Ava Harmon. Harmon flicks the ball inside, but it has worked out for them, and a chance here for Clodagh Fox. Clodagh Fox looked like she was being pulled back. Referee says no, and our pass, our effort into the waiting arms there of Thomasina Cassidy, as Derry try to come out of defence in possession. And they're coming forward now, and a bit of room here for Annie O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin lets the ball. Superb pass inside here now to Clodagh Moore. Moore had an opportunity. Moore taking on the Wicklow defence. Moore still going. Moore knows, gets the effort, but Moore drops the ball at a vital stage. He's bottled up, needs to get support. Does well to get the ball out, but the Wicklow girl done well. And Clodagh possibly just took a little bit too much out of it, because we know Clodagh and she's well fit to score.
Yeah, great player, so she is, and I just thought she should have. Even McGlone was inside in her own there, that wee split second. I thought she could have laid it off, even went for the return, but great tackling by Wicklow to get back.
Now with Maeve Deeney, as I see Kate Higgins warming up. Kate, of course, captain St Mary's in Magherafelt to the Ulster Schools Senior B Schools title on Thursday, I think it was, Thursday or Friday. That's a super point.
Oh, great score.
Super point. And the player that has got it is Niamh Cullen, but that's a superb score.
Yeah, and a great start by Wicklow again. It's the start Derry would have been looking. There's 3 points in the first
5 minutes.
First 5 minutes, it would have been the Derry would have been looking. Great kick out.
Wonderful kick out from Thomasina. Picked up there by Anna Martin. And up along the wing by Katie Holly, but it's out over the sideline. So it's going to be a sideline to Wicklow.
That's probably Derry's Achilles heel, their final ball. You know, they've been getting themselves in good positions, they're winning some ball, getting turnover, and it just seems to be their final ball is lacking.
Annie O'Loughlin releases Orla McCluskey, but McCluskey almost dropped possession, gets it back there to Erin Doherty. Doherty breaks away from the challenge referee, playing the advantage, but there's going to be no advantage. There's going to be a free in to Derry. And it's taken too quickly, says the referee, to stop play because there's two players receiving treatment down here. Annie O'Loughlin is one of them. I'm not sure who the Wicklow girl is that is receiving the treatment, but hopefully both will be okay to continue. I did mention Kate Higgins warming up, captain St Mary's in Magherafelt to the Ulster Under-20 B Schools title during the week. I think it was on Thursday, but it may have been Friday. It was towards the end of the week, but she was the captain.
Yeah, great win for the St Mary's for the
maybe you can confirm us Thursday or Friday. I know it was at the end of the week, but I don't know which day it was.
I don't know either myself, but it was a great win for them, and you know, a lot of work going on in Derry football, ladies football, with schools and clubs. So it's great to see.
It is indeed, but this one could be gathered over there, and well won there by Nuala Brown. Nuala Brown, good dinky little pass inside, takes the return. Brown in possession. Clodagh looks lively in there since been introduced, but Nuala Brown just took too much out of it, and the Wicklow defence gobbled it up, and they're coming out of it now. It's the Wicklow girls who look like they're going to be heading back to the Garden County with 3 points in the bag and getting their league campaign up and running with a win, unless Derry can turn this one around. And Orla McCluskey in possession. Good pass inside now to Annie O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin, though, is going to be skips past the challenge there of Aoife Gorman. Katie Holly in possession. Slipped though as she got it, but comes inside. Might be a chance here now for Clodagh, but Clodagh has good defending. Wonderful block down.
Great block.
Superb defending from Wicklow. A combination in there. Manages to deflect it out for a 45.
But much better from Derry. Great play, you know, went through the hands, then a lovely ball in and well won there. She had no right to win the ball. And then on the opposite side, great block, great tackling.
Yep. It was a combination of Lucy Dunn and Lacey Jane Shannon that manages to close down the Belearn girl Clodagh. And it's out for a 45 for Derry. And it looks like it's going to be Katie Holly as the girl that's going to take this 45. And Katie takes it short, but the Wicklow girl was alert to it, which was Amy Maher. And the loose ball is picked up there by Elizabeth Burke. Burke has carried the ball and over-carried it. So it's going to be a free in, and Orla McCluskey is the girl that's going to take this one. Plays it back out to Katie Holly again. Katie in possession, skips past the challenge there, but drops possession again. Cheap possession giveaway, but Katie Holly has it back in the hands again. Now to Anna Martin, and Anna Martin's arm was pulled. But that is, I suppose, the difference in the sides. Derry easily dispossessed, Wicklow much more stronger in possession.
Yeah, and like also Wicklow's that wee bit cuter. They're fouling out the field, whereas Derry would be fouling inside the scoring range. Wicklow were fouling them early on. I know it's not, it's the nature of the game, you know, but they're cute. They're getting away with it. It's not the same person fouling all the time, and they're getting away with it, and they're cute.
I just noticed Megan Devine is into the Derry side as well. Obviously a half-time substitute that we weren't informed of, but Megan Devine from Steelstown is in to the Derry side. That's a good pass across the field to pick up Lacey Jane Shannon, who plays a lovely pass along the ground and it's gathered up, and this is a good move here from Wicklow, coming forward here, over now to Maeve Deany. Deany gathers possession, Deany over the top, but it's a battle for possession. Well won there by Clodagh. Fox again. Fox has been excellent, just hadn't the legs though. But Fox, those balls over there, and she did wait on it, but Niamh Cullen didn't wait on it and gathered possession. In now to Fox again, back to Maeve Deany. Deany back out again, and Wicklow just waiting the opportunity. Aoife Gorman now in possession, the midfielder. Gorman, and comes forward, and this one sails between the posts and over the bar from Amy Maher. And Wicklow, with the opening 4 points of the second half, extend the lead, and Derry make a double change. Emma Doherty is in, and so too is Kate Higgins, and the players coming off. Annie Crozier is one of them, being called ashore, and the other one is the team captain, Leah Casey.
Yeah, two good players coming on there, you know. Emma Doherty, I know her very well when I was managing the Quicken ladies against Streetstown, and she's broke her hearts a couple of times. Real good footballer, and I know she'd been lit to the squad, so like Derry be hoping to get her up to match fitness as soon as can, to get on the starting 15.
Kate Higgins now in possession. One of the up and coming stars in Derry football is Higgins. Gives it back to Emma Doherty. Doherty, good pass over to the far side now, as Derry try to work their way in through this rock solid Wicklow defence, but they're still coming forward here. It's been crowded out, has to get it back out, does so to Doherty. Back over here now to Kate Higgins. Higgins has the opportunity for an immediate impact, but it's deflected out, half blocked down, and it's out for a 45. But immediately both substitutes, Emma Doherty and Kate Higgins, getting involved.
Yeah, and Kate, as you say, she's a young good player. She's coming through Marfelt there, and she's, no doubt, one for the future.
And that's what Derry will be looking to do, is get players through. As I said, for Derry, they haven't won. As the 45 is given away and is picked up there by Wicklow. But Wicklow have possession in their hands. As I said, Derry without a win in the National Football League since March 2019, when they beat Kilkenny, who they will be facing next. And a game they'll be looking to win. That's a good tackle in there. A good tackle as Derry come forward again, breaking out of defence, and the referee says that's a free. Good play from Blahin Donnelly. The free is taken quickly over here now to Kate Holly. Holly inside the challenge. Kate Holly has been bottled up and needs to get support, and she does get it back here. And Derry looking more confident in possession, but it's a massive uphill task for them, as Orla McCluskey gives it back now to Emma Doherty, as Wicklow have all but two players back inside their own half at the moment, and they've turned the ball over again. Well, more a mistake by Derry to give it away, and this is where Wicklow can be even more dangerous. Good ball from Harman, spotted the run at Clodagh. Fox away into the far corner. Fox gathers possession, turns her player, and Fox coming through. May need support here, but she might go herself, does Fox, and she does go herself. Super point from Clodagh Fox.
Good score, but again it came from Derry. Sloppy hand pass, turned over, Wicklow counter-attacked. Probably Wicklow's last 3 or 4 scores have came from Derry mistakes.
So 3-9 to 1-1 in favour of Wicklow. Thomasina with the kick out, and it's gathered over on the far side. Ciara Scullion is also into the Derry side. Now with Kate Higgins. Higgins is fouled as she gets it away. So free which will be taken by Emma Doherty from the Steelstown club, and plays it inside to Megan Devine. Ball over here, but it wasn't the best of passes, and Wicklow turned that one over. Niamh Cullen, quick hands from Cullen, picked up by Delahunt. Delahunt back in possession again, put under pressure by Orla McCluskey, gets it back out though. Aoife Gorman taking on Kate Holly, goes past Holly. Aoife Gorman still driving forward here, but Kate Holly, in fairness to her, getting back at her. Gets it into Shannon, and the referee says it's going to be a free in for a push on Lacey Jane Shannon. It's going to be a free in to Wicklow with 14, almost 15 minutes gone here in the second half. And a chance for Maeve Deeney, who plays it along the ground again and takes the return. Plays it inside now to Delahunt. Delahunt for the back here to Harman. Good, wonderful block down from Joanne Corr. But again, it was Harman was quickest to react to it though. As the Derry girls looked and stood and watched it, Wicklow got in there and picked up the loose ball. Effort coming in from Shannon, but this one's just drifting out to the wrong side and wide. We've seen some good scores, but it's not all about scores. We've seen some fantastic defending and some fantastic blocking down too from both sides.
Both sides, they really defend really well. I know you look at you think with Derry 3-9, you would think they're wide open, but there's some great blocks in there. They're starting to hunt in the packs, and you can see they've done a wee bit of work on the training ground. And I know the Steelstown girls, some of the Steelstown girls are a wee bit late to the party. If Derry can get them girls back fully fit and get everybody involved, as we said, they'll not be playing the likes of Wicklow and Leitrim come championship. If they can get everybody singing after one hymn sheet, they could go far in the championship.
Well, that's what Derry will be looking for. It'll be junior championship success is what they'll be aiming for, because as Sean said, they'll not be facing the sides like Wicklows and Leitrims every weekend, and they'll be building towards championship time. And at the moment they're showing positivity in possession. At the end of the day, we're still in January and there's no titles handed out in January, but Wicklow have hit the ground running in their first league game, but they would have came here expecting to be gone home with full points. They will know there'll be tougher assignments ahead. This is a dangerous one, but it's well read.
Well cut out.
Well read. As Clodagh Fox waited in behind if there was an error, but there was no mistake. And Derry tried to work their way up front again. Katie Holly coming forward. Holly, a low delivery, but it's well picked up by Niamh Cullen. Cullen has it, we're into the final quarter. And the referee stops play. An injury here to Anna Martin, another Ballymacguigan girl, just receiving treatment. Wicklow will have possession, and it'll be in the hands of Sarah Delahunt from the St Patrick's Club as Derry get ready to make another change. Niamh Hannon preparing to come in. Wicklow also a couple of substitutes warming up, getting ready to possibly get some game time as well. As Lucy Dunn comes forward, Sarah Delahunt offloads it to the far side to Ava Harman. Harman's effort though has gone out and wide of the target, but Wicklow, while in command, they will be happy. They're now made work a little bit harder for scores, and Derry are putting them under a little bit more pressure, so they have to work, they have to think.
Yeah, they're shooting there. There's a couple of wides there. They'll not be happy with a couple of shot selections they've took there, but that's down to Derry's pressure. Derry have put them under a wee bit more pressure than they were previously in the first 10 minutes. Of first second half, and if you're a Wicklow point of view, you'd be looking to retain the ball, work the ball into the scoring areas. But as we said, great tackling by Derry. They're starting to put them under pressure, and you see Kitty on there now, like Kitty Holly and all, a great player. She's getting more involved, and if Derry can get Kitty on the ball up more, and I see Niamh coming on here from Moneymore, and Niamh's a quality inside forward. So if they can get the right ball into the likes of Niamh and these and up front, hopefully they can get the scoreboard looking a wee bit more respectable.
So Niamh Hannon is in place of Anna Martin, and Wicklow management in little consultation there. I think they're preparing to make a couple of changes as well, but the girls are still warming up, so they're not ready to make the change. Derry about to make another change. Emma Conley from Steelstown getting ready to come in as well. At the moment, they have a player down. I think it's Joanne Core way over in the far corner, and could possibly be Joanne maybe that will be making way. That is, I think Joanne that's going to be coming off here for Derry, and she will be replaced by Emma Conley. Indeed, number 15 is coming off for Derry, Aoife McGlone. So possibly will have to be a double change here for Derry. No, maybe Aoife's just over for a drink of water. But she has come off, and Wicklow.
I think Niamh came on.
Niamh Hannon come on for Anna Martin.
Yeah.
So Joanne Court making her way off now as well. So she has been replaced by Emma Conley. So the kick out from Thomasina over to this side, and Orla McCluskey rose highest, but she can only deflect it over towards Sarah Delahunt. Delahunt back here to Cullen. Cullen lets the ball slip between her legs though, and the foot, Katie Holly. Boot just going in. So Niamh Cullen with the Fraser, wonderful ball in there, and the goalkeeper leaves her line, but there's a chance here for a goal. Wonderful block down. Wonderful block down on the line. A superb block by Emma Conley, who is just into the fray. That's a wonderful block down.
Yeah, she's definitely made an impact. It just shows you don't give up. Looked like a goal on. She got back, she scrambled back in the lane, and what a great block.
So it will be a 45, which Maeve Deaney from Wicklow will take. And Wicklow getting ready to bring in Helena Dowling from Bolton Glass is about to come in for the Garden County. Maeve Deaney back to the midfielder. Aoife Gorman coming forward. Good pass in here now to Niamh Cullen. Cullen goes, but it slices off the outside of her boot and wide of the target. So it's a wide for Wicklow as now they make their change, and in comes the Bolton Glass girl, Helena Downing. So Dowling is in for the Wicklow team. And the player coming off is the wing half forward, Emer O'Sullivan. That's Thomasina Cassidy, the Derry custodian, out here. Ball broken down, picked up by Aoife Gorman. In now to Clodagh Fox. Been tackled in there, but Fox breaks away from the challenge, breaks away from another one, but the referee will go back for the advantage because there was none, and he'll go back for the free as Derry get ready to make another couple of changes. Maybe a few players warming up. Wicklow also another couple of players warming up, and an opportunity for managers. This is the chance to have a look at players.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I'm sure James knows that the league campaign was going to be just trying girls out, getting them embedded into the championship. He knows they probably won't going to win it. He's probably targeting the Kilkenny game for the first win since you say 2019, and then it's all about building, getting a squad, knowing who you can trust, knowing who you have that's going to put in the hard yards for hopefully, which like when Derry look at Antrim Fermanagh last year contesting the junior final, that's what they would want to be. That's what Derry probably should be, really. And hopefully with James gets the buy-in from all the girls, and hopefully we'll see Derry in Crook Park.
Maeve Deaney's effort, but Thomasina's behind that one, and Derry come out of it. I said both teams met in the junior championship back in 2021. It went to extra time, that one, before Wicklow won it. Deaney's effort just turned away out to the far side. They did meet in 2018 in the National Football League. That one was in a convincing victory for Wicklow. 2 goals and 20 points to 5 points on that day back in 2018. And that's a good kick out again. Thomasina Cassidy, she's paid dividends with the long kick outs, it must be said, Sean.
Yeah, it definitely has. One real mistake with one short kick out led to a goal, and in fairness, when she goes long, she's normally picking out a Derry player.
Yep, she's been very accurate. That's a good little pass inside here now to Annie O'Loughlin, but again Support is slow, but it's back now to Emma Doherty. Quick hands from Doherty. A chance here going through the middle. Megan Devine with a chance. Oh! Devine's effort just to the wrong side and wide. But that was probably one of the better moves from Derry.
Great move, great little run coming on her shoulder, and she done everything right. Just unlucky, just went on her side of the post. But it's encouraging. If you tune into this game just now and you look at the scoreline and see 3-9 to 1-1, you think it's all Wicklow. But it hasn't been that case. Like, Derry have been competitive, without troubling Wicklow to a certain extent on the scoreboard.
Derry's main downfall, they haven't created much. They've been battling, they've been tough, but it's the creating, and that's where Wicklow have been the strongest. They have created the chances. They seem to have more going forward, Wicklow.
Yeah, and they're more clinical, whereas Derry, their final ball seems to be letting them down. Like, Derry could turn the Wicklow over here, and next thing they just give it away straight away, which maybe should work through the hands, one or two passes.
But this time it's Wicklow's turn to give possession away, but good battling there from Lacey Jane Shannon to win it back again. Now with Sarah Delahunt. Lays it off here now to Sarah Evans. Evans sidesteps the challenge, gets it away there to Burke. Burke back to her midfield partner now, which is Aoife Gorman. Gorman coming across the field. Gorman skips away from the challenge, and Megan Devine plays a good ball in now to Sarah Evans. The corner back coming forward. Sarah Evans with the effort. Oh, wonderful save.
Great save.
Wonderful save from Thomasina Cassidy to deny the corner back, who sometimes you tell when the corner back gets up there they get dizzy, but Sarah Evans, it was a good effort.
Yeah, she done everything right. She probably couldn't believe herself. She was up in open space, but great effort, great save. And another mention has to go to is Aoife Gorman there in midfield number 9. Like, between her and Megan Danny up front, the two of them have been superb.
So Sarah Delahunt with this 45. Good ball inside too. Quick hands back again. A chance now maybe for the Bolton glass gear, which is Helena Dowling. But no, not on this occasion, and Wicklow, there was a high challenge. The referee's going to give the free in. Wicklow about to make another change. Grania Flynn is coming in for the Wicklow side, and Grania Flynn is about to come in for Wicklow. And that 45 drops into the hands of Thomasina Cassidy, who plays the ball over to the far side, and a very impressive player for me has been Lacey Jane Shannon, the number 7. And she's in possession to toe poke that one back. And Wicklow have possession yet again with Dowling. But that's a dangerous pass across. And Annie O'Loughlin got a hand in there. Now come Wicklow yet again. They're quickest to react to those loose balls is Wicklow, but this time they've been overturned. Orla McCluskey gathers possession. And Orla plays it to, and they work their way out of defence to Derry. Good hands from Derry. Megan Devine. Devine is caught high. The referee's whistle with a long blast will say it's time for the substitute. And it's 3 for Derry, 1 for Wicklow. As I mentioned, in comes Grania Flynn for Wicklow. Into the fray for Derry is their sub-goalkeeper, Ellie Conway. And 23 and 27, which is Anna Young from Moneymore, and 27, Aoife Burman from the Old Road Club in Coleraine.
Yeah, Thomasina, now she had an absolutely brilliant game, and that's a great save there at the end. And then
because she could do nothing with the goals.
No, she could do nothing with the goals apart from probably her sloppy kick out in the first one. But
yeah,
look, that happens. You see in the men's game, plenty of short kick outs. You seen last night in the Monaghan game, Began, one of the top keepers in the country, had a short kick out, and it happens. But apart from that, she's been outstanding.
She has. I have to say, when she has went long with the kick out, she's been very, very accurate. Put under severe pressure here was the substitute that had just come on there, which was Grania Flynn. As Wicklow come forward, super pass from Dunn over to Clodagh Fox. Clodagh Fox gets out in front, holds off the challenge, but under severe pressure as Fox wins herself a free. Gets on of it very quickly. Good ball in now to Sarah Delahunt. Quick turn from Delahunt. It's a dangerous one, and that one drops over the bar. Super point from Sarah Delahunt.
Great move. No messing around there. They got one the free straight away, looked up, pass on, and over the bar. Great score.
About 90 seconds of normal time remain. Wicklow in control, but Derry, despite defeat, will take positives. Looked to be a lot of steps there from Katie Holly, but she got away with it. Emma Doherty in possession again. Lays it back now to Kate Higgins, who spreads the ball away over to the far side to Emma Connolly. Ricochets off the shins of Connolly, though, picked up there by Shannon again. Shannon, good pass in now in front of Maeve Deeney. Quick hands from Maeve Deeney now over to Harmon. Is there a strong finish in this Wicklow side again? Just slowed up there by Harmon. Needs to get support, does so from Dowling. Dowling over the head there now to Deeney. Quick hands again from Deeney. Coming in from the angle is Shannon. Deserves a score. Gets a score. Does Lacey Jane Shannon. A fourth goal for Wicklow, and it's Lacey Jane Shannon with the score, and it's 4-10 to 1-1 in favour of Wicklow. Derry failing to score in the second half.
Yeah, they have, but it hasn't been that kind of. I know they've struggled, but it hasn't been that kind of half where it's been all Wicklow and it's all just Derry have played their part in this game, and they'll take great heart. I know the scoreline says 4-10 and it looks like a hammering, but Derry will be competitive, as I said. Once they get all the girls back, get the Stagestown girls up and running, Derry have a team there that can compete.
So Wicklow make two changes. Megan Healy from Arrow Grey Steels and Grace Murphy from the Kilcool Club is into the fray for Wicklow. Short kick out, almost got away with it, but they did. Emma Connolly did well to win it. Kate Higgins now in possession, fisted forward to Emma Doherty. Doherty, can Derry get a score in the second half? We're into additional time, and they've won themselves a free. Emma Doherty trying to move it quickly, and it's a good pass along the wing as well. They have possession. Can they create a scoring opportunity? The best chance of their second half came from Megan Devine when she made that strong run through the centre, but her effort just went to the far side of the post, and it's Devine that's in possession at the moment. They'll be looking for a score opportunity maybe here for Niamh Hannon. Hannon gathers possession, turns away from the challenge, gets support, back out here now as they try to work their way in. It was Dara McKeever that was in possession there. She's into the fray as well as diving in. That's going to be a free out to Wicklow, as Wicklow prepare to make it for the changes. 24 and 25 about to come in. I can tell you both of those are Emer Murphy and Erika Dag is about to come in, but it's Wicklow, and it's a good ball in again. Clodagh Moore has been a wonderful outlet in there. She was a late change, but she's been superb. Plays it in now to Maeve Deeney. Deeney has the chance, turned one way, turned the other. Both ways were blocked. Toe pokes it back out here to Harmon. Harmon back again to Sarah Delahunt. Delahunt over here to Clodagh Moore. Clodagh Fox, apologies. Fox with the chance, it just turns away though. Out on white, and maybe that will be that, but Wicklow are making those two changes. So Dag and Murphy is into the Wicklow side. Summing it up, Sean, scoreboard flattering in a way. I suppose the 3-1 at the start laid the foundations for Wicklow, but they've been in a game.
Yeah,
I know the scoreboard will say it was one-sided, but in fairness to Derry, they give them a game.
Yeah, and a Wicklow point of view, it's probably job done. They was probably expected to come up here and win the game. On a Derry point of view, as you say, the first 9-10 minutes of the first half, that was done the damage, but they've been competitive. They've a lot to work on, and I would say after last week and this week, they've played the two best teams in the league. Mm-hmm. So, they'll be aiming to get next week or 2 weeks' time and out again to hopefully get a win and improve. Yes, as you say, Wicklow have been in a game,
Yeah, well, Wicklow have got the cobwebs off because this is their first game of the league, and that's what they came here expecting to go back home with the 3 points, and they've done what has been asked of them, but this here would beat any challenge game in fairness.
Yeah, it'll do Wicklow no harm, and as we said, they'll be looking to go back up. They're playing intermediate football. They don't want to be playing in the junior league, so they probably don't think they should be down here, but league football doesn't lie, and they'll be looking to bounce back straight up.
They will indeed. Well, they're going to be off to a winning start, but they will know tougher assignments lie ahead down the road for them as well. While Derry will be saying, we've played the two toughest teams in it, Wicklow and Leitrim, and they will have learnt from them, but it's now, as you mentioned, it's going in against Kilkenny, where Derry will be expecting to get something out of it, where they have to deliver.
Yeah, and look, they'll probably target that game from day one to get this hoodie over them, and they're looking to beat Kilkenny, and then they're looking to push on for the championship. And I keep going back to it, Steve Town's the number one team in Derry. These girls come in late. If they can get them involved along with the girls from Balmawhiggan and the girls from the rest of the clubs, I do see Derry being competitive in the championship.
So Derry in possession. Referee has played 34 minutes. And there goes the full-time whistle. And it's Wicklow that go home with all 3 points expected by many, and they've delivered. But Derry, although they failed to score in the second half, they were competitive for large periods, but the 3-1 in the opening 9 minutes of the game really give them an uphill task, and any hope they had was very much quickly faded. But Wicklow, as Sean mentioned, will be hoping to make a quick return to Division 3 and make an impact into the Intermediate Championship later in the year. For Derry, it's all eyes for them possibly on a junior championship campaign this year and be competitive as they can in the league, but they will take each step as it comes. And as Sean said as well, it's about getting the Steelstown girls more involved, as they were late to the party, but they have got more game time under the belt. So Sean, still James McGurk, he'd probably take positives out of it. Obviously the opening 9 minutes he'll be bitterly disappointed to have given away 3-1 in the opening 9 minutes, but his end of it, he'll look at it and say it's another game and players have got time under the belt. For Wicklow, for Gavin Wynne, he'll be looking at it and saying we're off to a winning start, but girls, there's much more tougher tests along the road.
Like Wicklow, job done for them. They came up here knowing they're going to win, and in fairness, they done really well. For James there, fair play to him. I thought after last week he would have maybe try and shut shop. Maybe looking back, he maybe should have done that the first 10 or 15 minutes. But fair play to him. He stuck to his guns. He stuck to the way he wants to play football. As we said, if we get girls back, and as we said, they've played Leitrim, they've played Wicklow, 2 intermediate sides. Derry won't be playing them teams come championship, and I think that's what James will be targeted in the summer months, the junior championship, and the girls probably look at probably Antrim and Fermanagh, these teams that were in the junior final last year, that there's no reason why they couldn't be there. And it's great to see. There's great, I've been involved in ladies football, and there's a lot of work going on in every club in Derry, and a lot of work going on in the schools. So it mightn't happen overnight, but there's a great committee in there. And I think in the long run, Derry's in a good place, and hopefully we start seeing the results in the field.
That's right. Well, thank you very much indeed, Sean, for joining me on commentary. So it's Wicklow that take all 3 points from this Lidl Ladies National Football League. To Paddy on camera and to Liam back at base, thank you very much. To Mac AV and LGFA, thanks for having us, and hopefully you enjoyed it. The final score once again, Wicklow 4-10, Derry 1-1.